Welcome to the world of maths. In this video, we will be discussing about parallelogram law of vector addition. Consider that a boat is traveling from one bank to another. The boat is moving in a direction perpendicular to the flow of the river. This is the direction in which the boat tends to move, and this is the direction of the flow of the river. Tell me whether the boat will actually reach this point P, or it will reach some other point to the right of point P, say point P1. The boat will actually reach point P1. Why is it like that? Motion of the boat is acted upon two velocities, that is the velocity of the boat's engine, which is V1. This is the velocity of the boat's engine. And the velocity of the flow of the river, V2. This is the velocity of the flow of the river, due to which the boat actually starts to travel with a different velocity V3. Is there a way to calculate this V3 precisely? Yes, there is a way. The way is the parallelogram law of vector addition. So let us look at it closely. If we have two vectors, vector A and vector B, such that the two vectors represent the adjacent sides of a parallelogram in magnitude and direction, then their sum vector A plus vector B is represented by the diagonal through their common point. This is their common point, and this diagonal represents their sum vector A plus vector B in magnitude and direction. This is known as parallelogram law of vector addition. Now, considering our example of the boat crossing the river, the V3 velocity is calculated as the addition sum of V1 and V2. This is by parallelogram law of vector addition. That is, this is V1 and this is V2. Hence, the vector sum of V1 and V2 will give the diagonal V3. So, V3 diagonal is equal to V1 plus V2. This is by parallelogram law of vector addition. This is because, look, this is V1 vector and this is V2 vector, and if we draw a line parallel to V1 and also if we draw a line parallel to V2, they form a rectangle, and rectangle is a special parallelogram. We know that from our lower classes. Now, by parallelogram law of vector addition, the V3 vector, which is the diagonal, is the sum of V1 and V2. Hence, we can find this V3 vector using parallelogram law of vector addition.
Now suppose I ask you a question. If we are provided with two vectors, vector C and vector D, can we add them such that their initial points do not coincide? Can we add them? Yes, we can add them. We know we are dealing with free vectors, so we can parallelly displace the vector C and vector D such that their initial points coincide. Look, this is vector D, and if we displace vector C such that these two initial points coincide, that is vector C. Now their initial points coincide. Now if we draw a vector parallel to vector C and a vector parallel to vector D, they form a parallelogram. The diagonal through their common point the diagonal to their common point of vector C and vector D gives us the vector sum. That is, the resultant vector will be the diagonal through their common point, and this is their vector sum, vector C plus vector D. Now, from the previous class we have learned that through triangle law of vector addition we can find the vector sum of two vectors if provided. If we are supposed to find the vector sum of vector C and vector D through triangle law of vector addition, then by triangle law of vector addition we make sure that the initial point of one vector coincides with the terminal point of the other vector. Here we have to find the vector sum of vector C plus vector D. So what do? We make sure that the initial point of vector C coincides with the terminal point of vector D, that is over here. So we parallelly displace the vector here. Now we can find, and now the opposite side to both these vectors will be the vector sum. If we take this as point A, point B and point C, so vector AC will be the required vector sum, that is, this will be vector C plus vector D. Now we have two laws of vector addition. Hence a doubt arises in our mind, and which one should we follow? Actually, both the laws of vector addition are equivalent to each other. So we can find the vector sum. When two vectors are given, we can find their sum either through triangle law or through parallelogram law, whichever is convenient, as both laws are equivalent to each other.
If you like our channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell button.
Thank you.